So, I'm not really one to talk in front of a camera. It's not really my thing, but I feel like I have a message. I got something I want to say. Um, a film, actually, I want to encourage people to watch. It's a documentary that premiered on Netflix yesterday. It's called The Remarkable Life of Ibelin. I think I'm saying that right. Ibelin. I'll try to make this short and sweet. It's about this young man named Mats. He was bound to a wheelchair. He had something called Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and the documentary is basically about how he profoundly and positively impacted the lives of a community of people through the game World of Warcraft. You know, there's a couple instances that I remember from the film where he helped people. One lady has a son who had autism. She was basically having troubles connecting with her son. Matt's met her on World of Warcraft, and he basically said, you know, why don't you try to connect to your son through the game, through video games. You know, her son didn't like physical touch, but in the game, you know, they could give each other a hug. She accepted that, but she still wanted an actual hug from her son. But you know, Matt said it's a good start. Another instance, this was actually a girl that he loved. She got her computer taken away. Eventually, her and Matt's got in touch again, and he found out that she got her computer taken away, and so he wrote a letter to her parents, you know, saying, hey, you know, maybe there's some better way to go about this. There was a point where he became afraid of passing without making a big impact on anybody. And contrary to that, he did. He was there for those people and he listened to them. He really listened. And it seems like these days, a lot of us have lost this skill or haven't even developed the skill to listen to one another. We're all just too worried about what we're going to say next. Where's the next stepping stone? Where do I go next? But sometimes we just gotta just sit and just watch and observe and just listen. It was just a beautiful story of how this brilliant young man, even though he had his struggles, he was able to affect people's lives in a very positive way. And it really got me. I walked away from it really appreciating being here and all the things that we have, this place that we get to experience, being on this earth, enjoying all these things that people have made. And although this young man couldn't take advantage of all of that, he found a way to affect people in a profound way. I guess the main thought that I'm meaning to get across is we need to be kinder to each other and communicate with one another. When someone else makes a positive impact on us, we ought to let them know. we ought to let people know how important they are to us. And sometimes that's hard. A lot of us walk around and we don't really know how the energy that we hold, how it affects other people. Especially in times like now, a lot of us might be in survival mode. We might just have the blinders on. But you have to have the awareness to take the blinders off and look up and look at the people around you and look them in the eyes. And notice that there are other souls here with you, with us. And I think everybody can take a lesson from this story and really just think, we all really ought to just be better to each other, be kinder, walk lighter, because you never know who you're going to impact. You never know. People need to talk more. People don't do that anymore. We haven't done that for some time. We've lost that sense of community. Can't even walk to your next door neighbor's house and just knock on the door anymore. People don't do that anymore. That even now your neighbor is your neighbor is a stranger. What happened to that? Not only is it a heartfelt, touching, film that you will cry. I mean, it's one of those, but it's it's that good kind of cry that it makes you feel for someone else. It's just technically a great film, just really good. Like, kudos to everybody involved. Seriously though, y'all, go watch this film. I encourage everybody to watch this movie. Please, really do. Humanity needs that kind of energy right now. Watch it with your family, watch it with your kids, your friends. Watch it with somebody. I've definitely walked away from seeing that film and feeling more grateful for being here. If there's somebody out there that maybe you haven't talked to for a while, I encourage you to reach out to them and see how they're doing. Could be a friend, a family member, anybody. But anyways, I think that's all I really had to say about it. If you made it to the end of this video, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. It moved me, and I'm sure it'll move you too.